Welcome to Spicks and Specks, the music quiz show that has been to paradise and to me, but still hasn't been to Queensland. Our two team captains each and every week are the supercalifragilistic Alan Bro and the expialidocious Miff Warhurst. Alan's first guest tonight is an Australian singer-songwriter who has been described as one of the sweetest voices you are likely to hear, and once received a text message from music legend Paul Kelly saying her song Anywhere made him happy to be alive. Please welcome to the show, Sophie Coe.
Wow.
Alan's second team member is an entertainer and comedian who released 2 top 20 singles, hosted Countdown twice, and has spent a good part of his career inside Bob Down. It's a pleasure to welcome Mark Trevorrow. Miff's first guest tonight is an Australian music icon who fronted Daddy Cool and Mondo Rock and says his wildest touring experience was when he visited Mount Rushmore on acid. To this day, he still thinks Donald Duck was one of the American presidents. Please welcome Ross Wilson. Miff's final guest is a comedian and radio announcer who is expecting a child that is so rock and roll, it hasn't just been kicking, it's been kicking ass. Give it up for Cal Wilson. Mark, this is not your first time in this studio because you hosted Countdown in here a couple of times.
That's right. I think my first time was August of 1982 and it hasn't changed a bit.
I'm not surprised. What I've discovered, though, I didn't realise this, that you were in a band called The Globos.
I was in a band called The Globos.
Who had 2 hits, Tintorella de Luna.
And The Beat Goes On.
The Beat Goes On.
Produced by Red Simons, who, of course, was Skyhooks, and the albums were produced by Ross Wilson.
That's Candy.
2 Degrees.
Wow. Yeah, right. Well, let's have a look at The Globos.
Oh, no.
See if you can pick which one's Mark. This is The Beat Goes On.
Your teeth were so white.
They were so white because, Alan, I hadn't discovered the joys of red wine.
All right, our first game tonight is called... Know Your Product. Miff and Alan will pick a topic. Everybody will be quizzed on that topic. The choices tonight are the festivals of Sunbury, Monterey, Glastonbury, and Spoleto. Alan, you can pick the first topic tonight.
We'll have Glastonbury, please.
OK, Miff?
OK, Sunbury.
Sunbury, good choice.
Sunbury.
Excellent.
There?
Sunshine.
We'll start with Glastonbury. Everyone on your buzzers,
Right.
Let's play Spicks and Specks. Headlining the very first Glastonbury Festival in 1970 as a late replacement for the Kinks was which front... Yes?
T-Rex.
Mark Bolan.
Frontman of T-Rex, Mark Bolan. First point, well done.
Wow. Straight on the blocks.
Yeah, bang! Now, isn't it true that when Mark Bolan arrived in Australia, he wouldn't leave the airport until you came out to meet him?
3XY, which is a dominant station, rang me up and I was at home and they said, Mark Bolan won't leave the airport until you come out. I get in my car and I drove from like Sandringham and walked into the press room where he's waiting and they're all standing around going, what's going to happen, what's going to happen? And Mark Bolan said, you stole Eagle Rock from Rider White Swan. What? And it was the perfect setup. It was this massive publicity stunt.
So he said you stole Eagle Rock from one of his songs?
Yeah.
And didn't Elton John then steal Crocodile Rock from you?
Steal him from me, man. Yeah.
He did. Like, that's not... We haven't made that up. Elton John heard Eagle Rock.
They did. He was out here. And if you might remember, Elton John in his first stage, he was like grey suits and ponderous and orchestras and all of this. And he came out to Australia and he going... Elton John sings Daddy Cool's the greatest thing he's ever heard, and he went back to England and got Long John Bory to do Come Back Again. And then all of a sudden he's writing Crocodile Rock and going all retro like Daddy Cool, you know. And so we thought that was a tribute, you know. We weren't upset at all.
Wow.
So not
I rest my case.
Wow.
Yeah. Next question. Glastonbury is famous for its inclement weather, but in 2007 it nearly cost a famous singer her life. For 2 points, I need the beloved UK artist and the means of transport that almost killed her.
Oh, 2007?
Yes.
Shirley Bassey?
Yes, it was Dame Shirley Bassey.
Oh.
She was wearing really amazing gumboots,
Gumboots.
but that's not really a mode of transport, is it?
Yeah.
No.
Well, let us say that would be flown in by helicopter, I would imagine. So maybe the helicopter.
It was indeed a helicopter.
Oh, wow.
Well done, Miff. It was an emergency helicopter landing. After her helicopter left Glastonbury, it dipped, it almost hit power lines and then landed in someone's backyard.
Wow.
And then who came out of their back door, and Dame Shirley Bassey got out wearing diamond-studded gumboots and said, "Excuse me, can you tell me where the nearest toilet is?"
She almost never made it. One for the oldies.
For 3 points, have a listen to this grab of a song from the band that headlined Glastonbury in 1997. There's a question on the way. I need 3 things: the name of the band, the name of the song, and why those particular lyrics were significant to Glastonbury in 1997.
It's Radiohead.
Yes.
And the song.
The song. It's other beans, isn't it? Not High and Dry.
Or do you know why those lyrics were significant to Glastonbury in 1997?
You'll be interested to know, Adam, that since we can't guess the song, that's becoming increasingly difficult to answer that question. Well, it rains a lot there.
Look, I'm going to give you the second point because in 1997 it did rain a lot from a great height, as the lyrics suggested.
Oh!
So you've got an extra point there.
Wow, how did that happen?
I'm not sure. So do you know the name of the song?
Gosh, isn't it rainy at Glastonbury this year?
No, the song was Paranoid Android.
Oh, coincidence, it's not off the beans at all. Good!
On to Sunbury, your first question. In total, how many Sunbury music festivals were staged?
There was 1972,
Yeah,
first one,
yeah,
until 1975.
yeah.
Is that the last one?
I think it's 4.
Four.
I
Okay,
think it's
yeah.
4 years.
Yes, it is. 4. That is absolutely amazing.
Now you're talking about here and I
She rules. She knows everything before she was born. After the day she was born, she's got nothing!
For 2 points, Steve Hill, the singer of an Aussie outfit that appeared at Sunbury 74, was so upset with his performance that he left the band. For 2 points, tell me the name of the band and its next singer. Yes?
That'd be Skyhooks.
Yes?
Graham Shirley Strong.
Yes, 2 points, Ross Wilson. 3 points on the line for your final question. Look at the cover of a famous live recording from Sunbury. I need 3 things. Whose double album it is, and name 2 songs from it. Yes.
Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs.
Yes, and 2 songs from that
I
album.
reckon probably Oop Oop A Doo and, just guessing, most people I know.
Yes, it is. Ross, do you have any special memories of Sunbury? Do you have any memory at all of Sunbury?
Well, it's funny you should ask that question because on Wikipedia it lists Daddy Cool as playing on the first Sunbury. Now, I can't remember that, so maybe I was there, you know. But we did play on the 3rd and the 4th one.
Right.
One time it was with Queen, which was kind of interesting.
Isn't that the one where they got...
Well,
stage.
there was a bit of like, we don't like these pommies, you know. But what happened was the sun was taking a long time to go down.
Right.
And Queen wanted to have their light show, as you would.
Right.
And so people go, you know. And the sun finally went down and Queen came on and glitzy and glam and all that, and everyone's going, suck more piss and, you know. And it's funny, I was sitting next to these quite well-known groupies quite close to the front of the stage, and they're going, they're such lovely guys, don't taste that, you know, and sort of telling people off for telling Queen off. Anyway, they soldiered on, and it says they got booed off stage, which is not true, really, because they actually got an encore and came back and did some pretty rockin' stuff, and I thought, yeah, they're not bad.
Right. Can I just pick up on something? When you say well-known groupies, exactly what does that mean?
Sluts.
People who... No, that was different then, Alan.
Oh, was it?
Because it was the sexual revolution. You could do whatever you like.
They were allowed to do it.
It's true. Oh, so everyone was a slut.
Now, the other thing I wanted to check with you is that I heard that Queen left the country quite disappointed because the Aussie crowd of the time, well, quote, called them a bunch of poofters.
Which was, you know...
So not true.
I think the thing is, you've got to remember, in 1974 in Australia, didn't take much to be called a poofter.
That's true. Ask Jeff Duff.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Look,
true.
In fact, I've got a list here of things that caused people to be called poofters at Sunbury. Counting above 5, smoking filter cigarettes,
Oh, what a poofter.
having shorts that went below your testicles. And interestingly, if you had a girlfriend, you were a poofter.
Absolutely.
At the end of the first round, the scores are Alan, Sophie, Marker on 4 points, Miff, Ross, Calla in front, 7 points. Each team will be given 3 items available for sale from an online auction site. You have to put those items in order of the price they sold for. Alan, Sophie, Mark, you're up first. Your items are a letter opener from the Museum of the piano-playing showman Liberace, a dress worn to several concerts by stoner rock band Grateful Dead, and electronic devil horns sold at a concert by Aussie rock gods AC/DC.
An electronic devil horn.
Yeah, they get, they flash back and forth.
Yeah, like battery operated, and the horns flash.
Sophie, all this is from before you were born.
Yes. If I was on eBay, I would bid for the Liberace first, because I'm a classical music fan, and I would love to own something that he's touched and played piano with.
A letter opener.
Oh, sorry.
The kids play piano a funny way.
They do.
It belonged to Liberace, didn't it?
Came
It was
from
used by him going like that with his pinky up.
With his very precious fingers.
And just
With
because
the
he did
piano.
that, people thought he was a poofter.
Can I just read you the description of the Grateful Dead dress? This might help you.
I'd
or
love
hinder
you to.
It's not officially offered by the Grateful Dead, but this skirt was worn to Grateful Dead concerts in the mid-70s and early 80s.
By a groupie?
Just by a woman who was in the audience. It does say this, I'm not making this up. There is small discoloration/stain at the top where it ties.
Yuck.
I'm not good at laundry, but you may be.
I'm going out on a limb here. Grateful Dead fans are crazy.
But isn't it just a bit pathetic? Isn't it like offering a pair of trousers that I watched some episodes of MASH in?
That's why I don't
Yes.
think it's worth that much.
Yes,
I'd
but
put it at second.
I've just got a feeling that it goes first.
Oh, Liberace's letter opener.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Is it a letter opener in your pocket, or you're just excited?
I reckon we should go with the Liberace.
Liberace,
Yeah.
okay.
And then Grateful Dead, then that pathetic pair of AC/DC horns, which is just merchandise from a concert.
So you're going Liberace most expensive.
In the same order.
Okay, Grateful Dead second, and AC/DC cheapest.
You reckon?
He's saying it in the way that he normally was reserved for, going, "You've got none right!"
Well, guess what, Alan?
What?
You've got none right.
Can I have a go? Can I have a quick go?
Go.
It's the Grateful Dead, AC/DC and Liberace.
No.
Oh.
The
Okay, then it's... Determined to get this right!
The AC/DC horns were most expensive at $52.60.
Oh, my God!
The Liberace letter opener only went for $13.50, and someone bought the Grateful Dead dress for $10.50. Nil point.
Oh, how very Eurovision.
Thank you. Oh, now, Sophie, I do want to ask you something. You're an amazing musician. You've released how many albums now?
2, 3 albums?
2 or 3 albums?
2.5, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you still work part-time as an optometrist, is
I
that
do,
true?
yeah, just to pay my way.
Has anyone ever recognised you whilst getting their eyes checked?
Yeah, when I'm doing one, better one or two, they just do a double take sometimes.
When you're doing what?
You know, better one or two. When you ask somebody whether they can see the big E on the chart.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
okay.
is it better with this lens or the other lens?
I also understand that you held at your Christmas party
Yeah.
a Spicks and Specks
Yeah,
Christmas
but
party.
Specs with no K. Spicks and Specks.
Oh, I see what you did there. Oh, you people are crazy.
And which role did you play?
I played you. Yeah.
Okay, how'd you think you went? Were you any good?
I was all right.
Really? Think you could host the show?
I think so.
All right, for the next round, Sophie Coe will be hosting the show. I'll take these with me. There's the card, if you just want to read off that. There you go, you can even have
All
the pen
right.
there. I'll be over here. This
Okay.
is, well, I'm quite liking this.
Hello, Sophie.
This is, well, I've never seen you from this side before.
Without my glasses on, Sophie, you look like a man.
So, Sophie,
okay.
the script is on the auto cue.
Yeah.
I've put
All right, all right.
everything in the script for you, so go for it.
Okay, Miss Ross and Cal, here are your items. A record cleaner endorsed by the smooth singing sensation Bing Crosby, a scarf worn by proboscily prominent Barbara Streisand.
Sorry about that, was that a bit...
Yeah.
okay.
And jogging pants for the mad metal monsters that murder melodious moments with monotonous momentum. Iron Maiden. Put these in order of price. Price. Yeah. There you go. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
We can
Well,
go.
I reckon, you know, after that example of AC/DC,
Yep.
that heavy metal fans are pretty nutty about their merch.
And I also know that like metal fans are mainly blokes.
But
And
do they
let's
go-
be honest, blokes with tracksuit pants.
Do they go jogging? Like, they don't go, oh, I must go
No,
to the
but
concert.
they love to sit on the couch and put their hand down at
that's
easy
true.
access. So, like, that's a winner. Everybody does it.
Hang on, but
Don't not.
Do you?
sit on the couch with my hand down the front of my tracksuit pants.
Yeah, I do.
Secretly,
Yeah,
you do.
all the time.
Yeah, so that's why I think, like, for metal fans, tracksuit pants would be
but then-
highly wanted and
but
regarded.
then again, Streisand is a superstar.
Yep.
True.
She certainly is.
Did she wear the scarf? And do we know, like...
It was
Actually wore it.
a scarf actually worn by Barbara
Oh, my
Streisand.
God.
What,
Yes.
like somebody just quickly fling it around her neck and then she took it off and threw it away, or what? Was it her scarf?
It comes with a certificate of authenticity.
There you
Saying
go.
that she wore it to a Grateful Dead concert.
Yeah, there's a little bit of discoloration around the top.
The Iron Maiden jogging pants, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
Well, it won't surprise you to know they've been in storage for 20 years.
So they've never been worn?
They've never been worn.
That's a
That's
bonus.
The Bing Crosby record cleaner, does that only clean Bing Crosby records? Or does it work for every record?
That's definitely last, because
Or it
it's
could
been
be a
super
censorship
mass-produced kind of piece of nothingness.
But who would keep, like, people... I don't know if they would have kept that in the day. Like, I reckon they might get... They might be quite rare.
I'd go Streisand.
Sorry, I've just always wanted to do that.
They do it so well.
Streisand, Maiden, Crosby's my bet.
So
That's
Streisand the most
most
expensive,
expensive?
Iron Maiden in the middle, and Bing Crosby on the bottom. Ooh.
That's your answer?
I kind of reckon
do you
the
think?
Bing
Oh, I like
Crosby's
the
going to be a
Yeah.
wild
I reckon
card.
we swap the
I
tracksuit
reckon-
pants with the Bing.
Yeah, so do I.
The heavy metal fans will buy anything. Whereas Bing
Sophie?
Crosby record cleaners, I mean, people don't even have
But-
records anymore.
But they might buy anything, but they can't tap the keys properly because they're using it.
Yes. It's a good time to wrap them up.
I think that as a team leader, you should...
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the most expensive item would have to be the Barbara Streisand scarf. Second, I'm going to go against you right now, Ross, and go the Bing Crosby record cleaner. I've never seen one before.
Oh, maybe.
And then last, although I would pay $1 million for these, Iron Maiden jogging pants.
All right. The correct answers are the Barbara Streisand scarf was $174, the Iron Maiden jogging pants were $54, and the Bing Crosby record cleaner was $19.50. And after that round, Miff, Ross and Cal have 8 points, and Alan, Mark and I have 4 points.
Well done. Now, if you'd like to swap with Myth, I'm going to swap with Ross. Cal, stay there.
And I'm going to go and read the news in Tasmania.
Each team will hear short snippets of songs. Without taking notes, you have to identify as many of those songs as you can. Miff, Ross and Cal, you're up first. Here are your songs.
Beastie Boys, Twist and Shout.
I love rock and roll.
Yep. What was the Beastie Boys song?
Yeah, I need the name of it.
Sabotage.
Uh-huh.
Right on Time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the last one?
I can't get it quite in my head.
I'm
We're out.
going to open it up to the other team. Do you know the last one?
It won't get fooled again.
Let's have a listen back. Right on Time, Black Box, got that, Miff. You also got I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Sabotage, Beastie Boys. Twist and Shout by the Beatles. And Alan won't get fooled again by the Who. 4 to Miff, 1 to Al. Alan, Sophie, Mark, your turn. Here come your snippets.
Wipe Out by the Safaris.
Spice Girls.
Wanna be.
Where do you go to my lovely Peter Sarstedt? They're coming to take me away, Dopey, Dopey, Droopy and...
And the second one, the second song that was in there? I'm going to open it up to this side, anyone?
The Laughing Policeman.
Let's have a listen back. Wanna Be by the Spice Girls, you got that? Yeah. It was Thriller, Michael Jackson. They're coming to take me away, Napoleon the 14th it was. Where do you go to, my lovely Peter Sarstedt? Wipe Out the Safaris, another 4 points.
Oh, well. Good work.
At the end of that round, the scores are Alan, Sophie, Mark on 9 points. Miff, Ross, Cal still in front, 12 points. Anybody's game. One member of each team will have to unjumble a set of song names. You have 30 seconds to unjumble as many as you can, and your teammates are allowed to help you. Mark, you'll be playing first for Alan and Sophie. If you'd like to make your way up to the board, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Trevorrow. Have a quick look.
Personal Jesus, so Jesus into the second one. Downloading porn with Dave.
Downloading porn with Dave. Great.
A Baltimore love story.
Baltimore love story. Lovely.
Yeah. Simon
Hands
Smith.
off my girl.
Get your hands off my girl. Yeah.
Simon Smith and his amazing bees.
No, Dancing Bear.
Dancing Bear, of course. Where's the bloody Dancing
You've got
Bear?
Dancing Bear there.
Bees don't dance, do they? Boogie on Reggae Woman. At least I know that one. And
Hands off my
keep
girl.
your hands off my thing.
No, keep your hands off.
Girl.
Keep your hands off my bees.
Yeah.
Oh,
James
outro
and-
with bees, James and the thing.
Okay. Outro with these. Correct. Nico Case. Personal Jesus, Depeche Mode. Downloading porn with Dave, The Mouldy Peaches. A Baltimore Love Thing.
Oh, no!
That's what I was looking for
It
then.
all goes horribly wrong.
Oh, no.
That should have been a twist in my story by Secondhand Serenade. Keep your hands off my girl. Good Charlotte, you got. James and the Cold Gun was by Kate Bush.
Yeah.
Simon Smith and his Amazing Dancing Bear, Randy Newman, and Boogie on Reggae Woman, Stevie Wonder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Mark Cal, you'll be unjumbling for Miff and Ross. Make your way up, ladies and gentlemen. Cal Wilson. Your time starts now.
Wow.
By the time they get to Phoenix,
By the time I get to Phoenix, yeah?
I can't see Phoenix. There's only in
We
Arizona.
can't see the other side.
can't see
We
anything.
can't
Oh,
see
sorry. Oh, this is
Dreaming
terrible.
while you sleep. Ooh, do you really want to
Hurt me.
A
Satan gave me a taco.
Change is going to come down the bottom. Soul to sleep.
Soul to squeeze, soul to feel.
Oh, take up the stethoscope and I don't know.
I thought they make me Arizona. This doesn't make sense. It's like a cryptic crossword.
Cal, I think you're on your own.
Come on, baby. What do you know?
It has to be by the time I get to Arizona.
What about that?
Because
Take
by
up the
the time I get to
stethoscope and run.
Phoenix.
Dreaming while you walk. By the time you sleep, change is going to come. Soul to feel, soul to
Soul to
squeeze.
squeeze.
Satan gave me a taco.
Oh, my dear Lord. Cal, that's the worst anyone's ever done. Okay, let's go through them. Satan gave me a taco is actually correct. That is by Beth. Hate to Feel by Alice in Chains.
But didn't I get that? I think I got that.
Take Up Thy Stethoscope and Walk was a Pink Floyd song.
I changed it.
Before They Make Me Run, as opposed to Before They Make Me Arizona.
What a song.
It should have been By the Time I Get to Arizona. Dreaming While You Sleep by Genesis. Do You Really Want to Hurt Me, Culture Club, you got correct. A Change Is Gonna Come, yes, Sam Cooke. And I've got a feeling that's the one you just swapped. I was looking for Soul to Squeeze, you didn't get it right. 3 points, Cal Wilson. Oh, Cal.
Too, Cal.
At the end of that round, the scores are dead set even now. Miff, Ross, Cal on 15 points. Alan, Sophie, Mark also 15 points. Teams, hands on your buzzers. 1 point for a correct answer, 1 point off
Close.
for a wrong answer. Your questions start now. Country artist Alison Krauss recorded the album...
Robert Plant.
Raising Sand with which iconic 70s singer? Yes, it was Robert Plant. Who portrayed a young Elton John in the video clip This Train Don't Stop There Anymore?
Justin Timberlake.
Yes, it was Justin
what?
Timberlake. On Australia Day 2009, which 70s British pop singer became an Australian citizen? Yes.
Leo Sayer.
Yes, it was. Have a
Lovely,
listen to
Leo.
this. Name the song. Yes.
One Night in Bangkok.
Yes, it was. Who wrote the Well-Tempered Clavier?
Back.
Yes.
Before your time.
Who penned and recorded the country ballad Help Me Make It Through the Night? Yes.
Chris Christopherson.
Yes. How many Smiths were actually... Yes?
None.
Were actually in the Smiths? None. Correct.
That reminds me when I just did a tour with the Beach Boys and there was more Wilsons in Daddy Cool than there was in the Beach Boys.
Your final question. Named after which famous preacher is the musical Jesus Christ Superstar?
Jesus of Nazareth. Yeah. Haze you.
Yes, Jesus Christ is the answer I was looking for. At the end of the show, the final scores were Miff, Ross, Cal ended up on 19 points. Alan, Sophie, Mark won the day, 23 points. Would you please thank all our guests for tonight, Sophie Coe, Mark Trevorrow, Ross Wilson and Cal Wilson. And of course our two team captains, Alan Bro and Miff Warhurst. We leave you tonight with a live performance from the one and only Mark Trevorrow as he sings the Carol Bayer Saga hit You're Moving Out Today from his ABC album It's About Time. Thanks for watching Spicks and Specks. My name's Adam Hills. Good night, Australia.
I stayed out late one night and you moved in. I didn't mind 'cause of the state you were in. May I remind you that it's been a year since then. Today the landlady, she said to me,
What did you say?
your loony mix just made a pass at me.
Slap him in the face.
Perhaps he might enjoy a cottage by the sea. So pack your toys away, your pretty boys away, your 45s away, your alibis away, your Spanish flies away, your one more tries away, your old tie-dyes away. You're moving out today. Songs that have no hooks, your stacks them on a screen, your portrait of the queen, your mangy cat away, your baby fat away, your head